back. Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. Today, I'm going to do a review of Star Wars Resistance, Episode 1. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell. Join the Rhodes Squadron. Quick shout out to my Rhodes Squadron. Geekful, Entertainment Hacker, Everything Star Wars, Dog, Sidious, Snoke, Spinal Tap, John Matrix Talks Movies, Lord Callus, everybody that supports the channel. I appreciate it. Okay, on to the review. I just got done watching episode 1. And, well, there's a few things I want to talk about. Number one, I will say this. The sound effects on the show are pretty good. Particularly in the space sequences, the sound effects are excellent. Everybody's voice is, for the most part, not annoying. I don't know. I mean, the sound effects are pretty good on the show. The score seems to be okay. Now, a couple of things. One, Poe Dameron was actually pretty interesting for the time that he was in this show. He's only in the first episode for about maybe half the show. But you kind of see more of the Poe Dameron we come to find in The Force Awakens, which was a character I very much liked from that movie. And I felt he was getting past the mantle of Han Solo. And you see a little bit more of that sort of smart-ass character in this show, the confident pilot. And I'll probably refer a bit to The Last Jedi. Poe Dameron's character, BB-8's character, much better than what was portrayed in The Last Jedi. BB-8, for full disclosure, my wife and I loved BB-8 in The Force Awakens. We thought there was no way a droid could be even close to as charming as R2-D2, and BB-8 came close. You hate to be a grown man and say anything's cute, but BB-8 was cute, and he was charming, and he made you laugh, and he made you care about the character of BB-8. And you get some of that in this cartoon from the character of BB-8. Again, unlike The Last Jedi, who I basically said that movie had destroyed all of the new characters. So you're back to a little bit of character building for Poe Dameron and for BB-8's character. And for full disclosure, I had heard that this show is going to partially try to build some character development for what The Last Jedi lacked. I was a part in a bar, and there was, I always call them the Snaggletooth species. That was the name of the action figure when they came out back in '77. And it was kind of a cool nod to A New Hope, seeing that species, back doing something with Star Wars. What I will tell you is Star Wars Resistance lacks weight. And what I mean by that is it just doesn't feel like it has the sort of galactic implications or enough edginess or darkness that Star Wars Rebels and the Clone Wars brought. Okay, which I will say this, you can tell this is a kid's show. Okay, why it's premiering at 10 o'clock, I don't know. It's a kid's show. So anyway, if you watch it, personally, I kind of took that into account. I mean, there's no way this show is for adults as its demographic. It just can't be. I can go here, but what I will say is the main character, the male lead, Kaz, is likable. I don't love how he's portrayed. He starts out very strong. Then he becomes almost like a bumbling fool for no apparent reason. He's a good pilot. And there seems to be a couple of female characters that are once again going to browbeat in this show. And I just don't understand why that's got to be. Why can't people interact on a level, on an equal level? But I will say this about the character of Kaz. The character has potential to be a good character and a better character. And I figure part of the storyline is going to be him maturing. I'm assuming. The race sequences, I'm going to tell you right now, they did not work for me. However, I did not like the pod racing in the Phantom Menace. And it had a very similar feel for me. That just didn't work. I'm just not interested in it. I'd rather see them in dog fights with their lives at stake, personally. There's a droid in the show called Bucket, which is a really old droid that Jaeger has, and Bucket is kind of an interesting droid. He's only in the show for about a minute or a minute and a half, but he seems like a new character that could potentially be sort of an interesting little droid. The show ended, the score, it kind of had a little bit of a nod to A New Hope on the score. When Kaz was at the end, I did appreciate that. What I will say, and if you've seen my reactions to the trailer, the show was better than I thought it was going to be. Will I jump out there and say the show's good? Frankly, it's too early to tell. Personally, as of right now, it's okay at best. That's just a fact. But what it did do was it intrigued me enough to make me want to at least watch the next episode, which I am fixing to do after I'm done with this review. Anyway, there's my take on Star Wars Resistance Episode 1. Supposedly there is a member of the First Order somewhere on this base that the Resistance has. They're going to try to find him. I think that is going to make this a little more interesting, I'm hoping. I hear rumors that the show gets a little darker, I think, in the third episode. So, I don't know. Anyway, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Join the Rhodes Squadron. Peace. I'm out. Until next time.
Go.